Nothing but looks matter to women, right? Which is, of course, absurd. But I try to explain to them, as a man, you have this massive advantage. There's so many ways for you to become attractive. You can funny your way into a girl's pants. Anybody? Has that ever happened to anybody? Nobody got funny? Yes. So let me ask you, ladies, have throughout your life, what you've been interested in men changed?
Oh, for sure.
Do you okay, go ahead, Stacey. We'll start with you. Stacey, what did it used to be and then what did it become?
For instance, when I was young and a child, maybe when I was 15 or 16, I dated a couple of 16-year-old boys who were cutting drugs for their uncles.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's
killer effect. Yeah.
I simply don't have that taste anymore. Like I have taste in men.
We all dated a trapper. Like,
you know,
somebody
a
did,
straight
right?
trapper to sum it up. But yeah, and now I have my taste in men has definitely elevated. It's kind of like pure ethics and attractiveness. And a lot like that. Ambition, attractiveness, humility, a lot of ethics.
What do you think?
This is the wrong question for me because I still don't know what I like or what I want.
That's the first
I always
step.
claim I
That's
like
the
the
first
nice
step.
guy, but then I get with the nice guy and it goes good for a while. But then I feel like, I kind of want that edgy bad boy. And so I really don't know what I want.
That's why it's so hard to please a woman.
I don't
You
know.
guys don't
I
even know what
really,
you
to this
want.
day, I'm the wrong person. I don't know what I want.
Norma, have you had a change in what you over the years of something that you're attracted to?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I was younger, I was definitely down to be that girl who was like, okay, let's grow together. And now it's like, no, you better have your own empire. Like, I don't want to drag you like.
You want a guy who has a solid frame. Yeah.
No. I mean, Norma's a great example of someone who's like popular. She has a YouTube channel that like is profitable, and like now she's going to get into a relationship with somebody who maybe doesn't have something going on, and it's something that you're aware of now.
Yeah,
they have to have their own thing going on.
Yeah, I don't want to be the man in the relationship, which I have before, and I am over it.
Right.
Like can I have my feminine energy back, please?
Right. You want somebody there to take care of things.
In that relationship, how long did you stay in it before you left? The one when you were the man, when you were wearing the pants?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
What made you stick with it for 2 years before the last straw kicked in?
Probably just seeing the potential, but in the end, it's like, oh wait, I still way advanced more than you, and then they kind of stayed in the same place, and it's like, all right, well.
You try it.
Moving on.
I'm interested to know the Indiana contingent over here, the Midwest.
Oh boy. Well, I think personally, when I was younger, I dated for potential. I was always I always wanted that long-term relationship, right? I kind of always like wanted that marriage that like my parents didn't have, not to get too deep, but now that I'm a business owner, 30 years old, single, it's like, yeah, we have to share the same values. Like he's got to have growth mindset, essentially doing better than me, pushes me every day. So yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah,
And then Alex?
I think that's the biggest thing for me.
Guys,
too.
you guys can grab the mic and just pull it to you. Yep. Grab it with two hands.
Yeah, just grab it. Yeah.
Hawk
We're
to
new
her.
here. We're new here.
Hawk
First
to that.
podcast.
Hawk to that. Spit on that thing.
Waterproof.
I think that's the biggest thing too. As I've gotten older, that I don't want to be the person. Like I want someone who's on my level or more established than me. I don't want to like have to provide for a man or a boy. So someone that is and has ambition like I do and is set in their career, or I don't want to. Not that I don't want to grow with them, but like I want them to have their own thing going for themselves too. So I don't have to do that for them.
Beautiful. Now, all of you have talked about a change that you've had in what you find attractive. And the reason why I bring that up is because one of the things that like each woman may want something different, and she may want something different at different times of her life or different times of the same month, right? She may want different things. Okay.
I would agree with that.
And there's been studies at Bus and Mess, and they do a book called Why Women Have Sex. And that's what I brought up to the guy in the debate. I was like,
Exactly.
there's multiple reasons why women choose to have sex with men, and it changes over a lifetime. And his response for a debate, can't wait to do a debate, was fuck that guy. That guy. That was that's his debate response.
Yeah, that's the level.
This is like the most cited psychologist in the country. So that's the thing. So if you want to do a debate, maybe we can do so. But like, guys, I want you guys to understand something. It's one of the reasons why this is so important is I did a reaction video with Tristan yesterday where we went over the concept of the black pill. It's like, what do I think about black pill? And black pill is the idea that only looks matter to women. Nothing but looks matter to women, right? Which is, of course, absurd. But I try to explain to them, as a man, you have this massive advantage. There's so many ways for you to become attractive. You can funny your way into a girl's pants. Anybody? Has that ever happened to anybody? Nobody got funny? Yes. You can funny your way. You can You can charisma your
Oh,
way.
yeah.
You can show social alignments. You can be a guy who's constantly introducing that girl to people she can't believe that you know, or taking her to places she can't believe you can get into, and her esteem for you grows over time.
Yeah.
And all that can happen when you're 5'9", when you're 5'6". It can still
100%.
happen for you. That's the thing. As men, we have all these different missiles. We have all these different open receivers we can throw the football to. Whereas women, you kind of have to run the ball up the middle. It's looks like that's in the beginning.
That's all it is.
You just have one play. It's like it's 13
remember the
ISO. You know,
Titans.
it's 31 ISO right up the A gap. That's the only play that the women can run. The I'm really hot play, right? And so that's the difference. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out, guys. Anybody who's watching this who like feels down, the thing is, as a man, you have so many ways that you can level up, and most likely you're not going to level up. You're not going to be fully baked. You're not going to be fully cooked in until you're 38 years old, somewhere in that area, 35 to 38.
Yes.
Honestly, I always say anyone that's nice to me I will date them, and that's like the honest truth. And it's like it's not really the biggest high standards, but like it's true.
You have to be attracted to them before they can, even if they're nice to you.
Like
Be hot and
my
nice.
attraction is that they're
Here we
nice
go.
to me.
Right.
Get the fuck out of
My
here.
ex was like,
Wait, you what?
my ex just
You're talking about the ex that you abused the shit out of? Oh.
He just be
The different one.
my ex just texted me like I only dated for like a couple months, like a year ago, and texted me saying, so I just took a test. I had bad news, and I was like, "What's up?" Because I
pregnant.
haven't talked to him in a while. It's like I have
2024,
autism.
the
Is
man's
that why you
pregnant.
stopped dating me? And I'm thinking, well, I have autism too. Like, no, that's not why. I just haven't talked to you in a year. We only dated for a couple months, but he was nice to me, so that's why. Like, I don't
Just
know.
be nice to you. Is that it?
That's kind of my only one requirement. If you're nice to me, I will date you, and that's so bad to say.
Absolute
But
madness.
it doesn't mean
Can
it's
we
not
just move
last,
closer?
right? I can date you for only a couple months and then
Yes.
realize like there's no spark or no edge.
Go ahead, fall,
Yes.
fall for the trap, gentlemen. Send her a bunch of compliments. I want to see all the compliments.
Where do the nice guys go wrong?
Are you trying
And you
to be
look
nice
great, by the
here
way.
right
But what's important though is that our oil and gas futures are
now? So
in good,
you guys,
in good hands.
I had
Okay.
We had our Twitter space yesterday.
Oh, it's obviously we're old. We call it Twitter Space. It's X.
X.
It's
Oh,
X
okay.
Spaces.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way it works is just imagine we were doing a collaboration. Like right now, like I'm live on YouTube, Rolo's live on Rumble. But there are two different areas and there's two different chats. If you do a Twitter space and Elon Musk joins your Twitter space, it's just as much Elon's as yours. Even though you're the host, it's everyone's Twitter space. So his entire audience sees that he's in our space. And the same thing. So Myron joined us last night. We ended up with 400 people watching at one time. We ended up with 2,200 people watching us at one point.
Yeah, we're getting bigger every time we do
It gets bigger every time. But the thing is, because it's on X, nobody gives a shit about the words you use, and it gets really nasty. There's a lot of like British cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? British cigarette guy who runs
bundle of sticks.
guy who runs Germany in 1939. Like there's a lot of that goes on. You know, delete yourself, that kind of stuff, because it's YouTube, so people just don't care. Or I'm sorry, because it's X, people don't care as much. And it was informative, but also kind of like you said, it grinds you down.
Yeah, grinds you down.
I talked to Mac and Murphy a couple weeks ago after that article came out, and I was like, "Do you want to come on the show?" He goes, "I don't want any exposure to red pill spaces," and I didn't understand until last night.
Yes.
And I was like, "Man, this is because they don't really full ire at us, but that was some of the angriest."
That's
I've ever
the
heard.
thing that I think that we get like kind of abuse for is like, to me, that's not the red pill space. That's
Yeah.
like the black pill doomer space. There's guys who just basically want a piece of you. There's two guys that just jumped on because they saw Myron on there, and they just wanted a piece of Myron.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's our chance. And then the other guys wanted a piece of you, or they wanted a piece of Myron, but they told me I was great. You know, like like if the guys are from like
Divide and Conquer
or something like that. Yeah, they're like, oh man, you're the best of the best from blah blah blah. But then they go, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, we do a show together.
It was so wild. It was so wild listening to that. So the thing that I actually took from that, and the reason why I enjoy doing the show, and I'm friends with a lot of you guys, is that they complain about women constantly. That's what they were doing on there. Even the guys who were like, oh yeah, I've been with a lot of women and I don't trust them. And my whole thing is like,
I'm speaking from experience.
yeah, I'm
Not
speaking.
really.
It's like, no, you're not. Dude. You're not
really.
speaking from experience.
Right from the jump, though, this is also related to our Twitter spaces. We had one guy on there who was talking, and we got into a very long, very drawn out
Oh my God.
debate